TAF is courageous in the support of people of color. That's pretty courageous, right? Because society-wise, they don't really support. And the giving students more control over their learning, more ownership, and more power. Hi, my name is Giuffre. I am a junior and senior humanities teacher at TAF Saghalie, and also in my second year of Martinez Fellowship. The reason why I became a teacher was because I was angry at the system. I decided I needed to do something. I'm an activist first, I tell my students. I'm an activist first, then a teacher. So my form of activism is teaching. I've always wanted to help make a change, but I wanted to teach when I was younger, but I never saw anyone who looked like me. There was no representation. I've lived all over the US, and I never had a teacher of color. I didn't think they existed. So Martinez Fellowship as a program, it's important for incoming educators of color. Gives you that link to people who have similar experiences as you and who might have connections with others in the education system who can help you on your journey. And things like when you're really struggling with something, how do I deal with this employee, or this real things that people of color deal with, like how do you deal with being targeted as a person of color? How do you deal with always being given the trouble students because you're good at handling or they listen to you? As a paraeducator, I didn't have that support, and I went through a lot. I went through a lot of struggle, a lot of frustrations, a lot of racism. I kept silent in ways that still bother me today. And if I had somebody to support me, like in the Martinez Fellowship, I'm pretty sure I could have handled it in a way that would have made me feel more settled about it. So we talk about specific pedagogy and how we can apply those in our teaching and how we can mentally prepare ourselves for different things that we might experience as teachers of color. So there's the practical stuff and the teaching and the education academics, and then there's the emotional support, the well-being support that you get. So you get both of those with Martinez, which is super important for teachers of color because we burn out statistically faster than white teachers do. So having those supports means you retain more teachers of color. I think that's why Martinez Fellowship is important and why it should continue to grow and continue to support teachers of colors, because it really is doing necessary work. Having people in place who can think outside of that institutional box and bring a different experience to the students. That TAF model it's supposed to be that different experience. So bringing that into something that's institutionalized, we are changing. If we change education to what we hope our society to be, right? Little bit by little bit, a more collective, collaborative, we're working together, we're more united. In the classroom, they can take that knowledge out, but that requires the right people, that requires the right training, it requires a change of mindset for the adults and the children. It's teaching kids to own their own learning. You instruct less and you put them in the driver's seat, and you might be the navigator, but they're the ones driving. Like, here's where we're going, and I'm gonna help you get there, but you're the one driving it. That's how I picture the TAF model when it was explained to me, and how I pictured myself teaching. That's what I think what makes TAF different. The courage part is really just they can be them.